Please leave your message after the tone.
Pick up the phone, big man. We know you're in there, and we're gonna smash our way in and cut you up like the vermin you are. It's only a matter of time.
Look, I really think we should do this.
For heaven's sake, why?
Seems like a good opportunity. Viv was talking about it.
Yes, that's what vicars do. They wish her on. And I just stare into the distance and make holiday plans.
It's just a way of welcoming Joe into the community.
Have you actually read the christening service? We have to renounce the devil and all his works.
Yeah, and you're particularly fond of the devil, are you?
Well, he's always been good to me. And anyway, who do we have as godparents?
Good morning.
Morning, Miss Tembe.
No way. Morning, Mrs. Temby.
Why ever not?
You should be insufferable. I do not mind doing God once a week, but I refuse to hook up with God's best friend.
I just think that if we want to get Joe into Heath Dean, then we've got to show that we're committed. Getting him baptised is one way of doing that.
You have been seduced by these church ladies. The whole rest of the world sees you as the rampant egotist you are, but those innocents think that you're God's gift.
Sorry, can I interrupt you a minute?
What?
You do know that what you're planning is basically an act of fraud?
Hello?
Hi.
Well, what do you want?
Sorry?
I suppose you've come to tell me about God, have you?
No?
Oh, well, I'm not interested because I've got my own religion, thank you very much.
That's nice.
Well, what do you want?
Well, I've come to see the next door neighbour. I'm Dr. Tyler.
Oh, come on in. I didn't think you'd come today.
No, I've come to see the man next door.
Him? Oh, you've been waiting a long time.
Why?
He never answers the door. Never goes out except at night when he can't be seen.
OK, well...
The whole day he hides away in there.
Mr. Miles, it's Dr. Tyler from the Mill Health
Hello?
Hi, Mr. Miles, it's Dr. Tyler from the Mill Health Centre.
Oh, come in.
Look, it's just a nice little family service, OK?
Hey, it sounds delightful. If you ignore the basic hypocrisy.
Oh, please.
You're signing a contract with a deity you do not believe in to carry out a series of actions you have no intention of doing, and also that two very wealthy people can save on some school fees.
Looking after our son.
Hey, of course you are. You are looking after your own. But yesterday you were sitting in judgment on me, questioning my integrity, and all the while it seems that you're really flexible with your principles.
OK, well, you're 3 kilos heavier than last time.
Right.
Have you been following the diet sheets that Dr. Reed gave you?
Dunno.
What do you mean you don't know? You either have or you haven't.
Don't know where they are. I might have put them in the recycling.
Look, we are running out of things to do with you. OK, the consultant says he can't fit you with a gastric band because you're not in good enough health. You don't seem to be doing any exercise at all. We're doing all we can to help, but you need to start helping yourself.
I suppose.
You gonna get that?
No. I don't answer the door unless I know who it is.
Well, how do you know who it is if you don't answer the door?
I'm gonna leave it.
Crying out loud.
Well, thank you so much for your words of wisdom.
Hey, you're very welcome.
The C of E isn't some sinister cult. It's a bunch of wishy-washy do-gooders who get together every Sunday to mime to the words of all things bright and beautiful. It's pointless, but it's essentially harmless.
Right, so you're indoctrinating your son into something completely pointless.
No, we're not indoctrinating him. We're simply going to splash his head with water so that he can get into a good school. It's ridiculous, but don't blame me, blame God. Blame the education secretary. I will not apologise for trying to give my son the best start in life. Something that you would understand when... Oh, I forgot. You don't have children.
All that told me.
I'm confused. Are we getting christened or not?
I suppose so. But I am not telling Mrs. Temmie. You'll have to do it.
It was only the postman. What's wrong with you? Leatherbridge isn't that rough, you know. I've been to worse places. There you go, Mr. S. Miles.
Put it down.
Why, what's... God, that's rank.
Leave it.
What's going on?
Come in.
Yeah, Howard, I was wondering if I could talk to you about annual leave.
Fire away.
Well, as you know, I'm due several days in lieu and feeling tired, so... Is that your report from yesterday's proceedings?
I don't think that's any concern of yours whatsoever.
In other words, yes, it is, so come on.
I don't think it'd be appropriate.
Well, if it's about the reasons for my actions, then I think it's important I read it.
Look, I'm trying to save your neck here, and I find it a lot easier without constant disruption.
Under the Data Protection Act, I'm entitled to see what you're writing about my neck, so come on.
Okay, who sent you that?
I don't know. They didn't leave a note.
Someone sent you a rat through the post. What kind of psycho does that?
God knows. I don't.
Really? Well, tell me what you do know. What's going on?
People send me stuff.
What sort of stuff?
Dead rats, live maggots, cockroaches. They just usually shove it through the letterbox. They don't use a stamp.
And why do they do that? Okay, well, I've got a couple of colleagues that work for the police. Maybe they can get...
No way.
Why not?
We don't do that round here. Snitches get stitches and grass gets cut.
And you've got no idea why they're doing this?
Must be mistaken identity.
Okay, look, you've got to do something, because right now you're a prisoner in your own home. You don't leave, so you don't get any exercise. You're eating yourself to an early grave.
Why don't you tell me something I don't know?
Failed to establish informed consent. Acted without consulting senior partners. Well-intentioned. Concern for patient welfare.
Anything you disagree with?
Actually, I don't think it goes far enough.
What?
Having had a day to think about it, and listening to what you all had to say, I'm messed up, Howard. I didn't take into account how young she is. And after she'd made up her mind, I wanted her to have the abortion.
Now, hang on, you sound like you're digging your own grave there.
I just think it's time for me to be honest. I think Grace would appreciate that.
We are not giving her any ammunition.
Eh?
Grace is the type of well-informed patient that could take this to the GMC, or the social services, or the police even.
You think she'd go that far?
She would. And it's not just your career at stake here.
Oi, oi! Look who it is. It's Dr. What's his name? You been seeing the pedo then?
The what?
The pedo. The heap of scum of 48. He's a nonce, isn't he? He goes after kids.
I don't know where you get that from.
I suppose you've had him castrated, have you? What's in the bag then? His natures.
Hey, get off.
Come on, let's have a look. I want to feed him to my dog.
How old are you? 10? Look, he's done nothing wrong. You got the wrong man, so get out of my way or I'll call the police, all right? Hey,
Oh, mind how you go there, Dr. What's it?
What's going on? I'm trying to get some rest. Oh, it's you, love.
You all right, Queenie? We're just having a word with the doctor.
Oh, that's nice. Listen, you couldn't come and look at my telly, could you? It's gone wrong again.
Yeah. I'll be around to help you out later. Mind how you go there, Doc. Take it easy, geezer.
hello, Kevin. What can we do you for?
Is Emma in?
Yes, in a consulting room.
Right.
You're right, you look a bit... I wonder what that was about. Karen? You're miles away. What you reading?
Oh, it's the advert for my job interview.
Oh, yes, I heard.
It's at the hairdresser's Uber.
Uber. Oh, that place is amazing.
Really?
Well, I've only been past it on the bus, but it is uber trendy. Uber fantastic. Uber... Ooby-dooby-doo.
It's not too trendy.
Oh, no. No, you are very much a trendsetter. I've always thought of you as Lady Gaga in later years. So, what exactly is the job?
It's, junior stylist at Leatherbridge's premier hair and beauty practitioners. Awarded West Midlands Golden Scissors for 2013. Must show passion, energy, creativity, and an awareness of contemporary fashion.
Oh, wow. I picked the right person with you then.
I think so.
Oh, I know so. Oh, you've got so much passion, it's almost embarrassing. And you radiate creativity like a radiator.
I'm suddenly really nervous.
You'll be fine. So, when exactly does this job start?
I think they want somebody to start straight away.
Really? Oh, I've got a good feeling about this. This could be your time.
Yeah, so spent about half an hour with him. Didn't get anywhere.
Yeah, that was depressing. That man is like a black hole, sucking the life force out of everyone.
I know, you can literally feel yourself falling into a coma while he's talking to you.
Has he lost any weight?
What do you think?
You know, I don't think he ever leaves that flat. I think he just sits there and orders endless takeaways, eating himself to death. Ugh. It's the slowest suicide attempt ever.
Look, how well do you know him?
What do you mean?
Well, do you know if he has any convictions for child abuse?
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
It was a dead rat. It was covered in maggots and...
Oh, that doesn't prove anything, except that somebody he knows is a complete psycho.
Why would they go to so much effort?
Because people are mentally unhinged. Why would somebody stalk Jazz? Why are people murdered? He's the victim of a hate campaign. That doesn't mean that he's guilty of anything.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, I read an article about that and then...
What's the matter?
Can't find my phone.
Was it in your briefcase?
No, it's not in there. Will you give me a ring?
Anything?
Oh, no, this is not good. This is so not good.
What?
I think I've left it at Steve's.
Come in.
Mid-morning Americano, madam.
Oh dear.
What?
When a man calls by with coffee, there is always a catch.
I resent that. Just thought the caffeine would get the endorphins going. I spoke to Viv.
Daniel!
Yeah, she's managed to squeeze us in on Sunday, and it sounds like a lot of fun.
Have you just changed the meaning of the word fun?
I actually think that church could be great for Joe. They're not a bad bunch. It's good to have a moral framework in your life.
This is Invasion of the Body Snatchers. You have been abducted by aliens who are turning you into Cliff Richard.
Look, I know that we only went to church to get Joe into a good school, but why not go the whole hog, repent, get baptized?
Daniel, are you in there? Move into the light, Daniel.
So I want Joe to be surrounded by decent, caring people that are going to keep him on the straight and narrow.
Well, the church isn't just a smug gits club. You do actually have to believe in God, and we don't.
Literally?
Not in any way.
Oh, I don't know. I think I'm more of an agnostic than an atheist. I've had some hard times in my life. You know that. All right? And look at me now. I'm living with the most wonderful woman in the world. who I love. I have two of the most beautiful children in the world. I can't help thinking that I've been guided by some sort of invisible hand.
The only thing that you have ever been guided by is pure self-interest. You see something that you want and you make puppy dog eyes until you get it. And no, Daniel, there is no God. Because if there were a higher intelligence, how could he ever have had the nerve to make someone like you?
There you go. Should be all fixed now.
That's ever so kind of you. Not that there's much worth watching these days.
What's the matter?
What?
Well, you don't seem your usual self today.
Well, the team next door is beginning to get to me.
What's he done?
Oh, he hadn't done anything. It's what he did do to that poor little girl. And he's just the other side of that wall.
Well, he's not exactly my favourite person either.
You know, there's a new family moved into the first floor.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they got a little girl. 8 or 9. Proper little angel.
Well, he wouldn't try anything, he wouldn't dare.
I'm sure that's what they said last time.
Just leave it with me, Queenie. You won't have to worry about him for much longer.
Yeah, yes, I know. You will just have to wait, please. Mrs. Cruikshank, Dr. Carmichael will see you now.
Mrs. Tenbay, have you got a minute?
It will have to be quick. I have 3 patients to register, thank you.
Okay. Well, as you may or may not know, we're having Joe christened this Sunday, and we were wondering if you would do us the very great honour of being his godmother.
Dr. Granger, I am very busy.
Yes.
Perhaps we can discuss this later.
Okay, well, I don't have any patients at the moment, so I'll wait in the staff room.
Hello, I've come to see Dr. Haskey.
Right, and I need you to phone me, okay?
No.
What do you mean, no?
I can't use the phone. They've turned off the electricity.
What the hell is going on? You lock yourself up in here, you're eating yourself to death, and then there are those guys hanging around outside. They seem to think you've done something awful.
They know nothing about me.
Really? Why don't we invite them in for a cosy little chat, eh? Sort out the confusion. Or maybe we should go to the police.
They think I hurt a child. They think I did the worst thing in the world. But it wasn't me. They've got the wrong man.
Really? And how have they done that?
Because there was someone who used to live here who did hurt a child. He was a very damaged person.
Who was he?
He ran away. They think he went to Thailand.
A friend of yours, was he?
What?
Well, you seem to know a lot about him.
No. He's my son.
Hi.
Hi. Look, this is really awkward, I'm sorry.
Did I get you into trouble?
No. No, absolutely not, Fliss. You did nothing wrong. It's just that there's this investigation going on at the moment, and if I talk to you now, then I could put that in danger, and then I really would be in a whole trainload of trouble.
What's going on?
Miss Henning wanted to speak to Dr. Haskey, and he was just explaining that it is not really appropriate.
Well, I'm sure it'll be okay, as long as it's in my office and I'm present at all times.
Okay.
Mrs. Tenbay, can you organise some coffee, please, and a soft drink for Felicity?
I'll have a coffee.
I never really knew Sean. The marriage broke up when he was a kid. I moved away. But then I heard he got into trouble.
It's more than just trouble.
No one knows where he is. They think he's gone to Thailand. So I've been waiting here in case he came back. Keep my head down. But then, a couple of days ago, this came through the letterbox.
Police are searching for a known child abuser who brutally raped a 12-year-old girl before escaping their custody. The
the man has been named as Mr. Sean Miles.
Sean Miles. Stephen Miles. They think it's the same person.
I'll go to the police. I'll tell them to go around the estate and tell everyone that there was a child abuser, but he's moved on. He doesn't live here anymore.
I don't want you to.
What?
I did abuse a child. I walked out on Sean when he was 10 years old. I left him with an alcoholic mother and a stepfather who beat the living daylights out of him. It's no wonder he turned out the way he did. So if they want someone to punish...
No, you messed up. But you didn't do this.
I hurt my son. They want to hurt me. I'm not going to stop them.
Oh, for crying out loud, go home!
I don't think we can, Doc. I think you've seen too much. We don't want you snitching now, do we? At least, not until we finish with the nonsense.
He's done nothing wrong. You got the wrong guy.
Oh, you always stick up for that lot, don't you? I suppose it's human rights. Come on, boys. Let's go visit the bogeyman.
Let me do that. You take a seat.
I'm quite capable.
Okay. So, what's it to be?
What?
Well, are you going to make us the happiest family in Leatherbridge by becoming Joe's godmother? We can't think of anyone better.
My faith is not a game to me. It is about a man who gave his life to save humanity. And I have devoted my whole life to serving that man.
I see that, but...
You are only going to church so that Joe can go to Heath Dean School, and I find that offensive. You are depriving genuine Christians of a place at a school that shares their values. And if you have him christened, you will be making a mockery of that service because you will not believe a single word you are saying.
What, that's a little strong. I mean, we only want what's best for him.
No. No, you want what is best for you. I have tried to hold my tongue, but I will not be a part of this lie. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to prepare Mr. Bellamy's coffee.
How do we get these windows open?
I've lost the key.
There must be some
Just
way.
let them do what they want to me.
You can't give up!
I gave up years ago. What goes around comes around.
I'm sorry my mum caused so much trouble. It really wasn't fair, and you only did what I asked you to.
No, I'm sorry. I think that I may have pushed you into a corner a bit. I didn't realise that you're not quite as grown up as I thought.
I'm not a kid either. I didn't want to have the abortion. But I didn't want to be pregnant either. I'm sorry I had to go through with it. It made me feel sad and empty. But I still think I had to. I had to. Thank you.
Take your time. How are things at home?
Mum's calmed down a bit. I think last week she wanted to kill you, but now she knows you meant well.
I did. We all just want you to be happy, Fliss.
I will be happy. In a while. But now I should go back to school before I get into trouble. So I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for your time.
What just happened?
I think what she was saying was that she doesn't blame you.
Yeah, but I still don't know if I did the right thing.
Everything you did was with the best intention.
Help me with this sofa. I'm going to barricade the door. Steve?
You should have left this place while you still had the chance.
Get out! What's happening? He's having a heart attack.
Pull up a chair, boys. I'm going to enjoy this.
Come on. Come on, mate. Come on. Steve, can you hear me? Come on. Come on, we're not giving up. There we go. There we go. You're okay, Steve. You're going to be okay. Steve, just focus on me. Focus on me.
Well done, Doc.
Okay,
You've done your thing, now it's our turn.
Breathe, okay? Breathe for me if you can.
Come on, Doc. Let me have a go.
Hello? Hello?
Good morning.
You realise you've just applied for the job of junior stylist?
That's right.
What makes you think you are right for such a role? Everyone seems to be looking for Kevin at the moment.
I'm a little bit psychic. I have the power to read people's auras.
Really?
Oh.
You tricked me. That was me. What do you want?